And a suspect were shot. We are told the officer is in good condition. The suspect is in serious condition.
Reporter Nico Clemens, he's on the scene right now. He joins us by phone to tell us more about what happened. Nico.
Janet, Regina, heavy activity out here in the AMC movie theater parking lot. A majority of the parking lot is roped off with crime scene tape. Many people out here are starting to figure out what's going on, but this is what we know right now. Hampton police tweeted out a little after 2 this afternoon about the shooting. The shooting happened after officers responded to a reported robbery from a business in the shopping center. Again, we know an officer and a suspect were both shot in this parking lot. This is still an active scene. We are waiting to get more information from police, and we will update you again in the next 30 minutes. But right now I'm live, or I'm here in Hampton. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Nico. Again, police are warning citizens to stay away from this area. This is a very active investigation. And at this point, we have not heard of any word of a medical transport involving the police officer or the suspect.
Yeah, but we know 2 people with gunshot wounds right now, the officer and the suspect, at a very, very popular place in Hampton, that AMC. There are 24 screens there, extremely popular.
This is not far from Thomas Nelson Community College. Apparently, this incident started sometime around 2 o'clock when officers were responding to a report of a robbery to a business. So we may have more than one crime scene here. All right, Nico Clemens will stay on the story. So the heat is on. We reached in the 90s today, but it felt even hotter.
All right, and it's going to be like this for the next few days, huh?
Right, at least the next day, but there is some brightness in the forecast in the term of some cooler temperatures, if you like that. I know some people like the hot weather, but as we take a look live outside, you can see that we've got clear skies, and the beach is a place to be if you want to beat that heat. Temperatures in the low 90s right now. As a matter of fact, as we take a look at the current conditions, 92 degrees, winds out of the west-southwest at 11 miles per hour. But the good news, the humidity, not as high as it can get like in July and August here in Hampton Roads, only at 37%, giving us a dew point of 62 degrees. Remember that dew point, that's another way to measure the moisture in the air. And when we classify that dew point, you know, around 60, you start to feel a little sticky. 65 starts to get a little uncomfortable, but it's not until you get over 70, and the dew point is 75 degrees out. We term that as being oppressive or tropical. So again, not as hot, or it doesn't feel as hot as it could this time of year. As far as the weather conditions with the satellite and the radar, we are looking at a couple of pop-up showers out towards the west, even 1 or 2 that tried to pop up right along the Albemarle Sound in Dare County. Saw that yesterday as well, with just a couple of pop-up thunderstorms there. But right now, just maybe a lingering little shower over parts of Dare County. If you're heading out this evening, it's going to be another warm one. Temperatures again as we go through the next couple of hours in the low 90s. By about 7 o'clock, 89 degrees, and temperatures later tonight dropping into the 70s. But as I mentioned, there is some brightness in the forecast as far as cooler temperatures if you don't like the hot weather. But with that comes some thunderstorms. I'll have details on that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Evan. Well, Dominion Energy says it is prepared for this heat wave. We're told the generating units are in good shape and ready to perform. To keep your energy bill down, Dominion suggests closing your blinds. The sun shining through the windows can force your air conditioner to work 2 to 3 times harder, and make sure ceiling fans are blowing counterclockwise to send cool air down to you. Also, replace or clean forced heating and cooling system filters monthly to make sure your AC is running properly.
A disturbing discovery this morning inside a Virginia Beach apartment. Officers found a woman's body inside Summer Haven Apartments off Baker Road. That's a brand new complex. Reporter Jimmy Lee is live there now.
Hey, Janet, so the body was found in this first building that you see behind me. You can see it's taped off, and officers are standing at all the entrances so that nobody can walk in. And the forensics team has been out here for over 6 hours now, gathering evidence and investigating this. Now, police really aren't releasing many details on this case at this point. All we know is that a woman's body was found in one of the apartments this morning, and police are calling this a suspicious death investigation. We did hear that the body was found in one of the vacant units, but we are still still waiting to get confirmation from police on that. Now, I did talk to some of the neighbors out here who did tell me that this is a brand new complex. In fact, this first building where the body was found just went up about a month ago, and only a few residents are living here right now. Now, police did tell me that they do hope to release more details on this case, hopefully by the end of the business day or tomorrow morning, so be sure to stay with us for updates. Reporting live in Virginia Beach, I'm Jemmy Lee, 13 News Now.
No word yet on what led to a shooting this morning in Portsmouth. You're looking at the scene on Bold Street, that is near Greenwood Drive and Victory Boulevard. Officers found a man shot in the lower body. Medics rushed him to a hospital. We are waiting on police to give us an update on his condition.
City code inspectors just released a cause in this weekend's deck collapse in Virginia Beach. We're told the deck on Duke of York Key Street, right off of North Great Neck Road, collapsed because the ledger board failed. And that's the part that attaches the deck to the house. 7 people were hurt. This recent accident is now on the minds of other homeowners who have similar decks. John Johnson says this is why he's replacing his old wooden decks with new materials.
A lot more maintenance free. It's a plastic wood. We coat everything. Don't have to worry about painting, pressure washing every 2 years. And it lasts forever. They basically have 30-year warranties or longer.
Coming up at 5, hear from a Virginia Beach code inspector on how to properly make sure your deck is safe and secure. Well, tomorrow is primary day in Virginia, and voters will pick a Republican and Democratic candidate for governor and lieutenant governor. Only 2 states, including Virginia, are electing governors this year. Experts say the primary could illustrate how voters feel about President Donald Trump's early months and the kind of response they want from Democratic candidates. We want to know if you plan on going to the polls tomorrow. Go to 13newsnow.com/vote to answer yes or no, and we'll reveal the results on 13 News Now at 5.
New developments in the ongoing issues with Norfolk City employee paychecks. 13 News Now got hold of an email sent to city employees explaining that their next paycheck will be smaller. Here's why. As we reported before, employees were overpaid in January because of a glitch in the new payroll system. Now the city wants that money back, and according to the email, it will come from June 30th paychecks. Next Monday, employees can find out how much money will be deducted. The email also explains that there is still a paycheck audit going on right now, meaning there could be more deductions in the future. If this deduction makes it hard for people to pay their bills, they can get some help through the Financial Hardship Advance Fund.
Brand new video you'll see only on 13 News Now. Portsmouth Councilman Mark Whitaker showed up for a court hearing today in the fraud and forgery case against him. Today, Whitaker's defense attorney made an unusual request involving surveillance footage and the special grand jury that indicted Whitaker. Coming up on 13 News Now at 5, find out the reason behind the request and how the judge responded. Right now, part of South Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake is shut down because of a water main break. This afternoon, our camera captured water spraying into the air near Edna Street, and we're told repairs might not be done until 6 tonight. Until then, drivers should use the Route 168 bypass as an alternate route. Virginia Beach police are looking for the driver who plowed into a fire hydrant on South Plaza Trail this morning. The crash caused the road around the hydrant to buckle. Elise Brown spoke with a witness who called 911.
I can't explain anything. All I heard, boom.
The noise of a car barreling into a fire hydrant.
And I looked and I said, oh my God. Then the next thing I know, he took off as fast as he can.
Esther Mott is still in shock. The accident left water spewing into the street. This picture shows the hydrant underwater. The street eventually collapsed, leaving an even greater mess.
Oh yeah, and I was worrying about it. Because I just cleaned my yard, and I said, no, I hope I don't get flooded.
For several hours, crews worked to repair the damage, closing South Plaza Trail between Windsor Oaks and Windsor Gates. Drivers were forced to detour.
Now I can't even get to my house.
But Raheem Robinson isn't stressing about it.
I mean, it floods here regularly, so it's nothing new. It's not a shock or anything. I hope the person's all right, at least.
In Virginia Beach, Elise Brown, 13 News Now.